Hamiso, Tabuai, Fido.
Time your run.
Looks like he's ready for this. Here we go. It's Melbourne and the Dolphins. Dolphins playing for their season. Storm playing for another minor premiership. And it's Big Nelson who gets the ball rolling. And it takes 4 defenders to get in his road, and he still pushes them back. Jesse Bromwich in no hurry to let his former teammate play the ball. Here's Eli Katoa for Melbourne. So the Storm, the last time they were here, they did lose. That was to the Dragons, one of the surprises of the season. But they win tonight. They are 6 points clear at the top of the table as we see Nelson lay a great platform on the replay. Harry Grant scooping it up with one hand. Josh King.
Well, that run from Nelson, that's a good start. They're well over halfway for the kick from Jerome Hughes.
Well, they tick all the boxes to start things off. Here's the high one from Hughes and Bostock. He catches it nicely and then goes down awkwardly as he's folded there by Nick Meaney. Let's go down to a man on the sidelines. He's done some travel already this weekend. Jake Duke, hello to you.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Good afternoon to everyone at home. A very pleasant afternoon here in Victoria. Clear skies with a light breeze swirling around the stadium, which will favour the Storm here in the first half. And we've got a really good crowd that's come in late, about 20,000 expected here for what is the Storm's final home game of the season, hoping to see their side wrap up the minor premiership. But as you mentioned, we've got a couple of Storm legends in this Dolphin side who are here to spoil the party. Here's one of them at the moment, Kenny Bromwich.
Indeed, thank you, Jake. 216 games at the Storm, Kenny Bromwich. So not as much punch from the Dolphins with their first set.
No, they really battled, didn't they? Malongo with the catch.
There he goes with his first run. A lot of short stints off the bench. His last 37 minutes of football in the top grade at 3 tries. It's a great strike rate. It's just covered a lot of weeks. Jack Howard really growing into first grade. Gets up hobbling. To be favouring the knee there. Keep an eye on that one as Warbrick over halfway. Liero, back for Nelson. Happy to go straight to ground here and look for the quick play the ball. Stone in there along with Jesse Bromwich. Liero early ball, Hughes quick hands. Now it comes to Pappenhausen. The inside ball to Warbrick. The desperate pass as he was cut down. Farnworth's tackle saves the Dolphins from conceding.
Well, if he didn't drop so quickly, it was a great legs tackle there from one of the Dolphins players. Cut back on the inside, flick pass from Ryan Pappenhausen. It was the dive and tackle from Herbie Farnworth. And it dropped in that quick that he just didn't have time to throw the pass. A real chance there for the Melbourne Storm after they clearly won. It was a knockout for the Melbourne Storm in terms of first set meters.
Geez, they look sharp though, the Storm.
Very good defensively too. Restricted the Dolphins to 30-odd metres with their first touch of the ball.
Bostock, 14 tries this year. The leading Dolphin and a contender for the NRL Rookie of the Year. One of many. And now penalty. A most relieving penalty here blown by Gerard Sutton. So Melbourne called offside.
Nick Meaney, the man, nominated from Gerard Sutton there.
Looked like that was going to be another tough set for the Dolphins. Good away record, the Dolphins. Wins against Cronulla, against North Queensland, also against Parramatta on the Gold Coast.
No tackles beyond.
And a magic round win, 5 for the season, so not too bad.
Work out together, Trent. Hold here, Sean.
Win the top 4 as late as round 15. 6 more tackles, King giving that one away.
Still no tackles.
Katoa turning it in for Fusi. Didn't play the round 16 game. It was a pre-origin game. Both sides relatively equally affected. The game that went down to the wire. Nicarima early ball. Tabuai Fido getting it on to Farnworth. Tidy tackle for Hughes. Better signs here for the Dolphins. Oh, a clean knock on from Stone, an unforced error.
I think he tripped then, didn't he? He fell into the tackle and dropped the ball on his way down. Just took a little bit of a stumble.
Seems like he wasn't expecting it there. Caught him by surprise. Grant short side, Hughes. Early ball for Warbrick and Bostock holds his ground and rips it out. Sensational play from Jack Bostock.
Gee, they very quickly had the Dolphins under pressure there. And if Jerome Hughes hangs on to that footy there, they could have gone deep. and very close to scoring a try. Bostock on his own defending both Jerome Hughes and Will Warbrick. In the end, did a great job and then comes up with a big play and a steal when they really needed it.
No question, Lemu Ilu was off the tackle there, peeling off well in time. Plath the dummy half, Jesse Bromwich over halfway.
Hands away now,
A couple of shots fired by Melbourne, but nothing to show for it here.
Go four.
Katoa, nice and straight. So is Nikarima. Oh, he puts Korfusi away, and he breaks away for Lise Korfusi. Oh, he had the hammer waiting for it. Picked up by Nikarima, but it's a knock on. Oh, they've butchered one, the Dolphins. A great play, but no result.
That was great. That was brilliant there from Isaiah Katoa and Cody Nikarima. Katoa really squaring them up, getting Nikarima on the outside, who found Korfusi. He gets past Pappenhausen. Probably just turned his body towards the sideline instead of looking inside for the hammer, who was there. He was there twice, but by the time he gave it to them, he'd run past and overshot the ball. Well, if Melbourne had a chance, boy, that was a red-hot chance there for the Dolphins.
This is a real feature of the young halfback, isn't it, Randy? The straight running from Isaiah Katoa.
He really engaged those defenders there to create that space for Cody Nikarima, who has been, he's had a great season, Cody Nikarima. Re-signed and extended his time at the Dolphins, which is good, but very dangerous there, the halves.
Getting that line break there, but Melbourne coming back now. Harry Grant gets a chance to run. That's 4 gone. Pappenhausen the dummy half. King now for Munster. Here's Bloor, loves an offload, gets Munster and he's away. Munster now gets it out to the winger. Farlongo, oh, he's taken out. He's taken out. That's a big problem for the Dolphins, and it wasn't necessary. The ball was probably going dead anyway.
No try.
Yeah, no try.
Looking to see that Asua Fa'alongo is tackled after kicking, and to consider whether it's a penalty try or professional foul.
Well, it'll be a professional foul.
A lot of Dolphins around.
Yes, and
That's
the
what we're
kick was
looking
dead.
at.
There was no need to make the tackle.
Well, potential penalty
Because
try or send in possibly.
The ball from Cam
Well,
Munster after finding some space was a good one.
So Avarillo, Brandy is going to be in trouble.
He's reaching
They'll look
for
at
him
that,
as
Jesse.
he's
It's
kicking
up
the
there now.
ball.
Yeah. In fact, it's Azarko. My apologies, Azarko.
Well,
Slow-mo doesn't help him.
slow-mo's rubbish. Really? Slow-mo is rubbish. They play at normal speed and then ask us to make a pocket. Because you can't tell in slow motion when you're talking about the timing of something, the timing of the tackle. He's going to fail by not much, Sarko, by not much. It'll be a professional foul.
Hang on. So the kick way out of the back.
And the ball goes dead in goals. We have a decision.
This is going to be called legal.
The decision is, mate, that he's committed. He's already in his tackle.
Well, there's no
motion
doubt he's
before the ball's
committed.
kicked.
Hadn't made touch,
that's
but
right.
he was committed.
20 metre.
So I'm happy to go with that.
Because he went on with the tackle, it made it look a lot worse than it was.
Again, in slow motion, Dan. If you played that in normal speed, there would have been a split second.
Stand now. Hold with us. Hold. Go. 0.
So Dolphins are going to escape really far longer.
Surrender.
Getting a little stiff there and
Well,
trying
that would have been a
drag
winger
the
off.
try.
That would have been a winger for 10 minutes. And
Well, penalty. Dolphins. Melbourne a little inefficient with their chances so far, and another offside penalty against the Storm.
but they are getting the chances. They are getting the chances. Only one line break so far accredited to, and there's the play from Osako. And I think the video referee, the bunker, got it right.
Hold with us now.
And now, look where they are here, the Dolphins.
Hold.
Jesse Bromwich.
Hell, hell. Release now, Josh. Go on, Trent, go 10.
Katoa. Storm working a little sideways, bringing in Lemuelu. Plath. Grant. Provide a little mouse there to slow his opposite number down. They do have the ability to score here, the Dolphins, as the hammer turns it in. Avarillo. Steady stuff here from the visitors with 2 tackles left. Stone Now Katoa on to Nicarima, the deft touch, Farnworth, Bostock work to do. Hughes chopped him down. Bostock thought he was going to get there, and now Bostock gets up slowly. Last, Katoa, he back, and that's a sideways kick, and they let Azarko catch it. No panic from the Storm, and that's a changeover.
Probably a good play there from those outside backs. Just watch the tackle here from Jerome Hughes. Bostock looking like he was going to split the two. Hughes lost his footing there. See how he slipped and almost lost his footing, but that might have helped him make that great legs tackle, but it dropped him like a stone.
It sure did. That's a big ball, Jack Bostock. Velocity about that Jesse Bromwich tackle there. This sets a little bit of a battle, so Liero tucks it under the arm, runs down the middle. Nielsen.
That's a good legs tackle there, Ray Stone.
Hughes venturing outside the 40, dropping Bostock back. Textbook set there for the Storm as they go basically the length of the field. A fair bit's happened, hasn't it? We're only 10 minutes into this contest. Tabuai Fido, 12 tries in 13 games this year. Clocked at 40 kilometres an hour. And that wonderful chase on Addo-Carr. Josh Addo-Carr in Bundaberg. Zaka. Farnworth. Bring it back to Zaka. Avarillo. A lot of runs the last 3 or 4 weeks. His 99th game of first grade. That's a strong run there. No problem Pappen hasn't. Already had one incisive run. Kenny Bromwich there. Not much further though. Warbrick down the middle. Melbourne, number 2 attack in the Premiership. Only the Roosters score more points per game. Pappenhausen hunting. Let's go through! Behind Tabuai Fido. Now we're going set for set. Tabuai Fido. Wanted to get on the outside of Warbrick, but Warbrick cuts him off. Bostock. No dummy half, scooping in. Katoa, quick ball. Nicarima delaying the pass. Avarillo on the angle. Balled in by Howarth, who lassoes him over the sideline, and it's a problem, and it's a penalty.
Once he's on the ground, you can't make a second drag. It's on the ground, then he drags him.
He's had a great season. Howarth hits the ground there, and then that second effort.
Pretty straightforward that way. So not only in their way, Melbourne with referee Sutton, 3 penalties to 0 against them.
Hold here, boys. Don't go early. Hold. Go, no tackles.
Beautiful conditions here. It really is a great week here on the East Coast.
Hands out now. Lock in square. Square up, Harry.
Delivering for Katoa. Wasn't sure that was coming.
Surrender. Shred. Hold. Lock in, Marcus. Go to it.
Stone. He's got some memories, both great and hurtful here. Scored a golden point try for Parramatta, but got injured in the same play. Also made his debut here. Strong run, Lemuelu over the 20. 2 tackles left here for the Dolphins. All appealing the Dolphins for 6 more tackles. Sutton not obliged. Stumble from Kenny Bromwich. Now the pass. Away to play. 1 tackle left here. Dolphins looking for the first points. Katoa goes long. Nicarima goes longer. Bostock. So much Storm players there. That really was a piece of cake for the Melbourne team.
5 of them standing there waiting for the kick. The long ball really didn't work there from Nicarima out to Bostock. Asking him to get the kick in. Meany there to clean up. Bounce perfect for him, and the penalty now going Melbourne's way. The brains trust there. Harry Pappenhausen. Jerome Hughes will find touch here halfway.
So Jake touched on this is their last official home game, but they are going to get 2 home games in the finals. Week 1, and they'll be hoping week 3. Platt all over him. Bit of help for Corfusi. Still hard to stop. Cam Munster. Liera. Ooh, cops a shot there from Jesse Bromwich up top. Little bobble from King. Gets to the 20. Played their hand yet here, Melbourne, it seems. Liera down to Hughes. The kick. Katoa loves scoring a try. No, not on this occasion. And Bostock can only force it in goal. Just tightening the vice a little, the Melbourne Storm, with that set.
Well, there is a couple of back rowers. Jeremiah Nane is one of them. Liam Martin, very good chasing kicks, whether they're on the ground, in the air. And Eli Katoa has shown he's certainly that for the Melbourne Storm this year.
Yeah, 10 tries.
Scored some great tries. Off the back of the kicks there from Jerome Hughes. Reads them perfectly. Great hands.
Kick here from Osako. Could be tricky. No. Sitter for Warwick. Melbourne get another attacking set. Nelson. Over Lemuelu. The cover though was there is now Hughes for Liera. Kenny Bromwich down low. 6 more tackles. Storm knocking on the door. Nelson again. Open side, Hughes, Munster. The dummy doesn't fall flat. Grant, they continue to work the left. Pappenhausen and almost well covered though. Stone again with a bit of help from Felice Corfusi. And again they slow things down, the Dolphins. Hughes with a run. Now ready for that, particularly Kenny Bromwich. This is good defence from the Dolphins so far. Munster, long pass. And now Beanie. Really nowhere for the setter to go. And the last comes to Hughes. Placing this kick. Batted back by Bloor. Batted sideways. Oh, look out. Zarko had visions of a 90-metre run. And it's a handover. They do get it back, the Dolphins.
Yeah, I thought Zarko might have got his hands to that ball first and knocked it forward. But they're not challenging it. So they survived. They're under some pressure there, the Melbourne Storm on their own line.
The Dolphins' defence has been pretty pedestrian the last few weeks. 102 points in 3 weeks. They've done it well so far, and that angle, all Howarth it seems, and now a penalty for the Dolphins.
Well, that's 4-1 penalties. They've been given a couple that have made it easier for them to get out of their own end. No, they handled that well, the Dolphins.
A flop tackle there. Craig Bellamy, record over Wayne Bennett, 12 in a row. Oh, Bennett has it. Oh, no! No, a cardinal sin. Melbourne bring it back off the failed kick into touch. Well, that's the sort of thing Melbourne tends to cash in on. Hughes, straight run.
Well, will it be one of those moments they look back on at full time and go, that was a turning point?
Munster, like this time, and Bishop off, finding Grant. Grant to Hughes. Now comes to Pappenhausen. Not an even defensive line. Howarth, oh, he thought he was going to get there. Pops it back to Alongo. Here's Pappenhausen, looking for a way through. Red jumpers everywhere. 2 tackles left. Comes to Hughes. Hughes to Liera. That was a little cumbersome, but Liera slips the pass. Munster, extravagant dummy. Another dummy. Katoa all over it. This is as good as the Dolphins have defended in a while. On the last, Grant rolls it in. The hammer has got it. And then has no chance. Certainly when Big Nelson was all over him.
They got it in the end, but there was a moment there where I saw it pop in between his legs. The ball looked like he went over the top of it. Hamaso. Oh!
Yeah, you're right. Well spotted.
And Big Nelson was all over him.
Down Like a jackal machine. Yeah, that's right. Nelson is off and hobbling. So his first stint is done.
Well, they're not out of the woods yet. The Dolphins, they go deep.
Yeah, happy to back their defence. That's a strong kick. Pappenhausen veering down the left side. Yeah, no match for the defence. There's a run from Howard. 15 runs against Penrith.
There's a beast against Penrith. Had a big game.
Grant. Laugh away. Kamakamita, not a bad weapon off the bench. Over the 20, Lemuelu trying to get the rip to steal. Kamakamita too strong. Again, not the greatest bit of service there, but it's 6 more. Comes to King. This will be tackle number 1. What is it? They haven't had their chances to stop. Munster, one for Bloor, another set restart. That's too quickly. Nicarima on the ground. They try to go through the middle here with Kamakamita. How long can they hang on for the Dolphins? Pappenhausen goes long. Fa'alongo, yes sir! Tuolami, Fa'alongo gets a try. And Melbourne finally get on the ball.
They had players on the ground, they had players out of the line. It was just a matter of time, and all Melbourne had to do was find the pass, find the man in some space. Just look at that. There's Nick Reamer on the ground. He's not even getting back into the line. His hands on haunches. Fa'alongo runs the try in, but with a couple of set restarts. And that's after forcing the repeat set and trace it back to not finding touch off the penalty for the Dolphins. They didn't get the ball back. They defended, and they just couldn't keep it up. And Melbourne run the first try in.
Melbourne finally cash in. Fa'alongo, just his second game on the wing in the top grade. His first game this year was on the wing against the Gold Coast, and naturally he scored. Put him on the wing, a fair chance he's going to get a 4-pointer at some stage. And nice moment there, Big Nelson. He's up the tunnel, that's concerning. We'll wait and see what.
Well, he's walking a lot better than what he was when he first left the field. He was in a lot of pain when he first came off the field there, and that looks a lot better.
It does. We'll wait and see what Jake brings back.
Just went and spoke to the Melbourne Storm coaching staff, guys. They say it is a cork, quite a painful one, so he's going to be going assessed in the sheds, but we'll give you more when we know more.
All right, that's quick service from Jake Duke.
I think they can all live with a call.
Yeah.
Things could be worse.
Meany has missed 5 straight from the left sideline. And that one makes it 6 in a row. Melbourne playing for the minor premiership, leading 4 points to 0. So Felice Confusi Port. Let's see what we have. Oh, the late shot there on Munster. Geez, he rocked him out too, didn't he? It's feast or famine for Felice Confusi. When he gets it right, we celebrate it. When he gets it wrong, it doesn't look so good.
No, a fraction late, not high. Fraction late. Munster's
The independent doctor said he's got to go for a head check, mate. Yeah, just wait, Jermaine. Okay,
So
let us know
I
when
think
you're on the ground.
Nicarima here is being ordered off.
He's just independent doctor's got a head check, hey?
Cody
Yeah,
Nicarima,
absolutely.
who was on the ground
Just that goal
earlier.
line, mate, just
That
hold
was
tracks
when
a
they
little
were
longer.
attacking the line.
When you get
Remember,
the
he was
back
on the
kick there,
ground, got up very slowly.
Yeah, I know. You just,
Didn't get himself back into the line, and that will see him leave the field. Sean O'Sullivan coming on.
Best
Hey,
remembered
Nathan,
this
we
year,
good?
that field goal a couple of weeks ago up at Suncorp to win a game.
Time your run,
But
stay
the
behind,
Dolphins, they sweat on the availability of that man, Nicarima. You would imagine that they have to have him down here. Kamakamita gets things going here for the Storm. This is game 2 of 3. Massive upset if you've been out and about. Penrith going down to Canberra. Well done to the Raiders. That's why Melbourne can clinch the minor premiership tonight. The Roosters can now clinch top 2, or at least get into that position tomorrow. Roosters playing Gold Coast. That's the 2 p.m. game. And then the big one, Dragons, Sharks at 4. Munster down the middle. This has been a wonderful set from the kickoff.
Tackle, Mark, roll out. Go last.
Hughes. All the time in the world to get this right. Here comes Warbrick. Tabuai Fido's got it. Stays in the field of play.
Not a bad place to make a tackle though after a kick-off set.
This is going to be tough going here. Bostock getting a strong shot from Liero.
Concerning the metres they made there for the Dolphins' defence. 60-metre set, followed up by a kick that Jerome Hughes took an eternity to get it right.
Wasaka, that's a big run. They needed something like that just to get him some breathing space. Well, he's got Fusi, led by Grant. Kamakabitha. Decent completion rate, 9 from 11 Dolphins. No problem this kick for Warbrick. 8-2 here at Amy Park. A loss to the Dragons and to Cronulla earlier in the season, but as usual, an outstanding record here this Storm. Six again. No, the referee comfortable that Nichols was marked square. Billy Katoa steaming up over halfway. Played now at Melbourne's pace this contest. It's Hughes for Munster. Pappenhausen turning it in. Bloor with a typical pass. Munster. It's up to the 30. Nice play. Hughes naturally gets it. Bringing Tabuai Fido forward and didn't look comfortable, but it's a Melbourne knock-on first.
Will's hand goes forward in the hemisphere. Hand over.
He's not convinced that that's how it happened, but I think you'll keep his powder dry.
Front foot here, boys.
Yeah. Made a touch into hammer cell.
Driven backwards. Melbourne have gone up again. Kerr. Haven't seen him in the top grade for a while. Games he's been out. Farnworth. Early football. Nichols, another former Storm player. And Liero, an unnecessary one there, trying to put a big shot on.
Just left.
So, an offside call against the number 13.
He did get there awfully quick. As he was catching the ball, Liero was putting a shot on.
So the halves at the moment, Katoa and O'Sullivan. With Nikarima in the concussion protocol. This one does go into touch. Pappenhausen certainly was interested.
Spent some time down in Melbourne territory off the back of where they're starting this set. It's been a while.
Cleanest play of the ball. Comes to Kerr. Very quick play the ball there as he rolled that through Kerr. Katoa onto O'Sullivan. Here's Kofusi. Bloor and Munster combined. Only 10 away, the Dolphins. Short side play, and O'Sullivan never looked like he had complete control of that ball.
It wasn't a great pass, Dan. It was high. He had to jump to catch the ball. It was a tough one. And then with that motion of having to jump and catch it, tried to straighten up. Pappenhausen hit him almost immediately and just didn't have his arm wrapped around the footy like he should.
12 seconds, Dolphins.
Very trusted
All the way to the back, Connolly,
It's a chance to spend some time down here. They've been doing a lot of defending in their own half.
They're defending brilliantly, mostly, but they're under worst enemy at times. So as we watch Melbourne working forward. Penalty now for Melbourne. So real self-destruction at the moment from the Dolphins. Down to you, Jake Duke.
We saw Cody Nikarima go down the tunnel, guys, for a HIA. Jesse Bromwich from the Dolphins as well. That's Cody Nikarima's tackle there. Jesse Bromwich has also gone down the tunnel. He is a HIA as well. So both of those guys will be assessed. Cody will get an extra 10 minutes because they have 2 in the head bin at the moment.
Oh, okay. There's a wait. There's a line of park and wait. Yeah. Thank you, Jake. Kamakamitha. Over here. Mr. King. I'm sure they want the 10-minute wait, to be honest, but anyway, see how that turns out for the Dolphins. Comes to Munster. Hughes on the run. Slips the pass. Well handled again, Eli Katoa with Farnworth and Lemuelu all over him. Last play. Pappenhausen on the short side. That's where it goes. That's a heavy one here, and it got by Bostock, but he got a little touch to it, and that's going to be a dropout. That's going to be a dropout, so a little win for Pappenhausen.
Yeah, unfortunate there for Bostock. Kicked on was all... Dolphins will have to do it again.
Again, probably didn't need to do that, but I understand why he took no risk there. And again, good sign. Jake Jude telling us probably a cork.
It is a cork, guys. He's been clear to return.
Beautiful. Okay, thank you, Jake Jude. Now the kick, which doesn't have much on it. So Melbourne in good field position, and Kamikamica winding up. Dolphins have to hold on here. King. Hughes is inside the 20. Hughes. Quite in sync with Liero there, so Hughes takes the tackle. Right side, look at it, stacked so deep. And this is where it comes, Liero to Pappenhausen. Turning it in for Eli Katoa, really working over that edge.
Good tackle, Katoa.
Grant gets over. Harry Grant just helps himself to a 4-pointer. Oh, he had some ground to cover as well. And Harry Grant for his 7th try in 2024.
Well, you could see that happening when Katoa just couldn't get up quick enough. You knew Harry Grant was going to go from dummy half. Just not enough bodies close enough to the play the ball. Katoa too slow up. Josh Kerr tries to get across from the other side of the ruck, and it's the hammer trying to hold him up with very little chance of doing so. Harry Grant from that position, dangerous. Off the back of a repeat set again. Pappenhausen puts the kick in. Bostock gets a hand to it. Under a lot of pressure, the Dolphins, and they've conceded 2 now.
Yeah, mate, if they see there's a caution, they'll let me know. But in the light run of it, mate, I didn't.
Try confirm, but Harry Grant is worried about something else there.
They've had very little football the other side of halfway, the Dolphins. They finally get down there, and third play they turn it over. That hasn't helped them. So even though the error count isn't horrific for the Dolphins, they're only 3 errors, but they have been punished for those errors. O'Sullivan drops the ball. Off the back of that, they get a penalty away. They work it down. They get a repeat set. They score a try.
Which is a shame for the Dolphins because they've got some real grit in their defence tonight. Just can't keep doing this, opening the door for Melbourne. One of the great front runners. And now looking at a 10-point lead if Meany slots this one through. Got it. So first kick of the night going through for Nick Meany. 10 points to 0. Harry Grant with the try.
A little chat there with Jared Sutton about a possible crusher that he had missed, but there is Harry Grant getting low, just not in position. For a player like Harry Grant, that close to the line, you need to be a little bit, you need to be more solid around the ruck. Once he saw a chance, he was always going to take it.
This is a great kick. I think this crowd has built since we've kicked off. Speaking of big crowds, ICC is a sellout for Wednesday night. The man they're calling the Dark Prince of Australian boxing royalty returns. Nikita Zoo against Cohen Mazoudier. Undefeated Nikita. And puts that on the line. Mainevent.com.au. Can't get a ticket now. All the tickets gone. So mainevent.com.au, the place to go. From Sydney on Wednesday night. Alan McDonald, a regular bench player this year for Melbourne. Liero. Sharp play the ball. That's going to allow Grant to run, and he goes straight down the middle. Platt can't make the tackle. Needs to link with someone, so he puts the kick in. Grant and Katoa is back. They've lost the ball, but they've saved a try. Oh, Harry Grant, what a couple of minutes he's just put together. And now Melbourne will really get a chance to to put the foot down.
Again, Josh Kerr, Mark Nichols just didn't get square at marker, called offside, so Harry Grant off and running. The balance of Harry Grant to spin out of that tackle of Platt, keep going, and then get a kick away with the pressure from Hamiso, and Katoa just can't clean the ball up, knocks it on, so another golden chance. Terrific run there from Harry Grant. That balance, pirouettes out of the tackle, remains on his feet, gets a kick away all in one motion. That is pretty skillful.
It could have been mucked up so easily. I don't think Alec McDonald was necessarily keen on the inside to get it. Pappen gets it. Comes here to cut a long one. Jimmy Sutton seemed a bit frustrated how quickly that scrum broke. Yeah, there it is. Oh, here comes a warning.
Time off.
Oh, police.
Where's Jesse? Who's captain with Jesse off?
Oh, he's disappointed police.
Mate, we need to address the 10, right? Blake's going early. Needs to be fixed. Talk to him now. You go on the penalty or the scrum? Scrum.
All right. Scrum again.
So those penalties 5-3 now. Still the Dolphins' way, but I'd say the last couple have gone the Melbourne Storm's way. And another opportunity here. Reset the scrum centre field.
Starting front row, King and Solomon.
Farlongo in the middle of the field for this one.
Pappenhausen walked across to the left, and it looks like they'll do that again, this time a decoy. So same play set, but they just did it a little differently. Amarillo, that looked like, yeah, it was. He's in big trouble. Well, they can't lose another. They've already got two in the protocol. Melbourne here. Dolphins on the ropes. Kamikamitha down the middle. Melbourne patient. Grant goes long. Munster. Pappenhausen swept across field, and a poor pass from Howarth, who is frustrated with Fa'alongo.
Play the ball, boys. Play the
Well,
ball.
it's just one of those skills that the outside backs,
Play the ball, Harry.
they
You
have
get
to
the
have
hold the 10 here as well.
in their
Right, Mark.
arsenal, the catch and pass.
Hold with us. Hold.
We saw all of Frank Bellamy's teeth there. The back ones as well.
Up our check. Now we hold. Hold. Go, Mark.
He's still getting attention from Jake Amarillo. Yeah, he'll get called off.
He has to.
I can't imagine him staying out
And
there.
that would be 3 in the protocol. Here's Nichols. Now it's Katoa. Tapped on by Tabuai Fido. That's nice. Fun with nowhere to go for him. A little bit of latitude here. Katoa in the tackle. Eli Katoa. Kerr. Don't make it the halfway. Katoa. Isaiah Katoa gives it the lot. Pappenhausen, all the time in the world to size it up. Happy to just give it to Warbrick. So Melbourne well on top right now, but it is only 10-0. Sight we're getting used to. A good tough run from young Howarth. Oh, Kamikamitha, you can see it open up, and now Hughes into the backfield. Here comes Pappenhausen. Platt saves it. And all careful, Max. Play continues. Grant, McDonald, penalty, problem.
Well, I don't think police ever...
Gone.
Oh,
Gone.
yeah.
We've got a sin bin.
Never retreated. Police always on the back foot, then just came infield to make the tackle on Alec McDonald. It's a brilliant play again from the Melbourne Storm, opening the Dolphins up. Max Platt able to stick with Ryan Pappenhausen. We've got the ball back on the inside. Just watch Felice, there he is, just trying to get back onside, never does it. Comes in, makes the tackle. So they got HIA problems, they've got sin bin problems.
It's getting away.
We've still got 5 minutes left too. That's an eternity.
Grant with ball in hand here. Kafusi, a bit of old craftsmanship, taking forever to come off the field. Melbourne take the tap, but they can't take the tap. He's not off yet. And now he's being shooed off Kafusi by the touchy. So 13 on 12. They They did score against Penrith last week, but that was 12 on 13 for Melbourne. This is a nice situation for them. They had scored Penrith with a man in the bin. What can they do with the extra man with Kamikamitha on tackle number 3? Dolphins, grimly holding on. Push. Hughes passing. Pappenhausen holding it in front of him. Oh, Katoa, great tackle. Isaiah Katoa hung on the whole way. Bit of help from Farnworth. Crash play, McDonald over. Alec McDonald scores. All muscle from the Kiwi, Alec McDonald. And it does not take Melbourne long to cash in with the extra man.
Yeah, down to 12 men, and again, very flimsy around the ruck. Just not enough bodies. And I know they are a man down. They have to hold their width, but you got Hamiso being the first point of contact defensively around the ruck, and Alec McDonald, that's what hard running is about. Alec McDonald just spearing into those two Dolphins players. Nichols can't make the stop. Hammond just gets dragged into the in goal by a tough run.
They'll be making sure he's hung onto that McDonald as he planted it on the boot of the Dolphin. It looked like he got it down cleanly. And second career try for Alec McDonald in his 41st game. So this is bad for the Dolphins. It's particularly good for the Dragons. Not bad for the Broncos either, but they are looking at this.
Does he get his, does the arm, the hand certainly comes away from the ball.
It doesn't look good, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Set up, Nick, set up. I'll let you know.
So Jordan's up in that position where it hasn't been confirmed yet.
The hand comes away, the arm stays on the ball though.
Yeah. It's actually well done to hold on as long as he did, whether it's a try or not. Oh, it is confirmed. Alan McDonald gets the 4-pointer.
It's a minute 20, Nick. Yeah.
Meany 15 in from touch. There's still, another 8.5 minutes.
Well, they've got plenty of time to score another one here against 12 men.
Yeah, Tafusi in the sin bin.
And the way they've started their sets off the back of points, they'll be down this end at the back end. They'll be putting pressure on the Dolphins line again. So it's a big 3.5 minutes for the Dolphins, because at the moment 14 could be 16, but that's still very gettable. They don't want it to blow out over 20.
16 points to nil. Tries now to McDonald, Ba'alongo and Grant. So 2 of the 3 tries from forwards. So we get another angle of that put down.
The possession is very lopsided.
All right, there's
3.5 minutes in.
This might take a while, Greg Alexander. A HIA update with Jake Duke.
Big blow for the Dolphins, guys. Cody Nikorima has been ruled out of this game. He has failed his HIA. You can see him there getting undressed in the Dolphin sheds. He has been their main man in attack this season, so a big blow for them if they're to come back from this 16-0 scoreline. Jesse Bromwich will have that extra time, so we'll find out about him in the half-time break, but not good news for the Dolphins.
All right, thank you, Jake. Yeah, that's a massive blow.
Let up your horn. Mark your square.
Jake Cavarillo, by the way, seemed to avoid the doctor there because he's still out there. Oh, beautiful move by Howard. Splits him wide open. Farlogo with his arm in the air. He wants it. Platt again, but Farlogo gets it. Oh, he's dragged down by Azarko. How many times has Platt saved it? But for how long here? Hughes down the middle. He's collared by Lemuelu. 5 away. They're lining up the storm. Grant squirts a pass, and Munster goes to ground. Nichols with the tackle. Great scramble, Dolphins. Back to McDonald. He wants another one. Gets to within a metre. 2 plays left as Grant goes to Hughes. Hughes deep to Meany. Meany one-on-one Farnworth. Might not have been the play. Warbrick was screaming forward on the wing. Hughes stabbed. 6 more tackles. Oh, they can't take a trick, the Dolphins. Liero straight into Platt. Can't stop the offload, Platt. Hughes.
They're hanging on gamely, aren't they?
He fancies his chances, Jerome Hughes. You can see it with every touch. Willie Katoa dragging Isaiah Katoa with him. Not getting to the line though. This is game defence. Stopped here. O'Sullivan. That's a gutsy tackle there from Sean O'Sullivan. Numbers though. Pappenhausen. Here it comes. Good night. Jack Howard plants it now. They are patient, the Melbourne Storm, and they knew at some point they were going to get their 4-pointer. And this is getting away from the Dolphins in a real hurry.
And the man that started it at the other end of the field, Jack Howard, what a season he is having. Just look at the footwork, the speed, the strength. Pushes away from a number of Dolphins defenders. Far long guy. That was pretty spectacular, wasn't it? Dolphins touch into the hands of the winger. Set restart was just going to be too tough. Isaiah Sako coming a long way in to try and make a stop. He couldn't do it on Munster. The hands, the quick hands from Munster out to Pappenhausen and Jack Howard. From one end to the other, Jack scores the try, but instrumental in getting the ball up that end.
Toss him into the mix for Rookie of the Year. He's eligible, only one game last year.
He's been in the Melbourne Storm for a long time. And, signed a big deal as a schoolboy, a rugby player, and it's just taken him this long. And I think this might be, is it his third or fourth year that he's been at the Melbourne Storm now, but it's been worth the wait.
Craig Bellamy said it came too easy for him as a kid, and he didn't understand, didn't need to know things like work ethic, and it's taken that process. Well, it's blooming, isn't it, right in front of our very eyes. He's a serious player, Jack Howard. Meanie. Time for what, one play, maybe two after this kick, but it's shaping now as a big Melbourne win, and the minor premiership is in their hands right now. And a bit of style about that kick from Meanie, 22-0. So Felice Kaufusi pacing up and down in the sin bin. First sin bin for him this year. Jack Howard with his third try.
Made his debut last game last year, round 27. And just did sign as a kid. He's only 21 now, but what a breakout season it's been.
Harry Grant, it was a big moment when he scored a try. That got them that little bit of a buffer. The Dolphins had repelled for so long.
Well, Harry's been great, hasn't he? Harry has been fantastic tonight. 7 tackle busts, a couple of line breaks. He's done it all.
And Pappenhausen, well, they're not going to try anything here. Happy to sit on this 22-0 lead. So the Melbourne Storm, it's about to become a minor premiership coronation unless the Dolphins turn this around in a real hurry. Storm's second biggest halftime lead of the year. So 22-0 when they go into the sheds. So off we go for the second half. And the Dolphins are going to find themselves in a lot of trouble unless they turn this around. They're on 26 competition points. They're tied with the Broncos. Both are sweating on the Dragons losing tomorrow against Cronulla in Wollongong. So Lemuelu. 14, Oren Keeley, former Newcastle Knight, 6th game this year. With Matt Nichols working at forward. Another former Storm player, a handful of games a few years ago, Tabuai Fido. No way through down the middle. Last. One more, not the tallest winger. No problem though, catches that one pretty comfortable.
Well, you mentioned Harry Grant being one of their best in the first half. So was this man, Jack Howard. Saw far longer, got a start on the wing. Tyron Wishart yet to see any action, but boy, hasn't he been good for them in recent times.
What a luxury. What a luxury to just have him basically as a spare on the bench. Oh, and now we see all of Jerome Hughes as he gets the flick pass away to Eli Katoa. The basketball pass now for Will Warbrick. A bit of razzle-dazzle from the Melbourne Storm. 2 tackles left. They've got the extra man. Grant out to Munster. Sizing it up and then takes a tumble. 1 tackle left here. Here's Hughes, can still see more than we should as it rebounds away. Oh, Failonga's trying to keep that in. This could be good or it could be bad. Oh. It's given a try. Jared Sutton calls this a try. And when everyone thought this play was dead, Sualavi Failonga has grounded it. We will see if it will count.
Well, he just asked Sean Bloran here at how it happened from the other end of the field. You're right. Brilliant stuff there from Hughes with no strides down around his thighs and got a beautiful flick pass away there. Kept the ball going. Eli Katoa, Will Warbrick, and then did he get a hand to that? Was there any touch from Sean Bloran? Sua Failonga who gets his hands to it? Oh, no. No.
Spectacular, but won't count one way or the other.
He wandered past Sean Bloran and said, did you get a touch?
I thought Sean said he did. They gave the game away a little bit. Sualavi Failonga did well. He hasn't been denied yet.
No.
But 26-0, probably about to become 22-0 once again. Well, hang on, they've cleared Bloor, so it comes down to this now. Let's just make sure it's got to be on the line.
It's touching.
Still looking.
Now we look at angles of the football, and if it's on the grass and hanging over the line, but
It won't be a try.
well, Dolphins are bringing it out. They're ready to get the game underway.
Time off, minute 20.
Unless there's a different angle, but from that angle it looked like it touched the white line.
So Feliz Kaufusi is back here.
Oh, it's taking some time.
No, they're still looking.
Jerome Hughes getting it started at the other end of the field. Some brilliant little in and away.
This goes, Brandy, the more doubt there has to be. And remember, the original decision is a try.
Yeah, but we can. But see, this is one of those moments. Doesn't matter what he sends it up as, because it's either touching the white line or it's not.
Understand? Oh my God. Well,
Okay, so it's not touching the white line.
Okay.
There we go. It's black and white.
fair enough. They must have found an angle. Sualavi, he is shocked. He's as shocked as the rest of us. He's got a double.
Hughes, brilliant, in between two Dolphins players there. What about the flick pass? He couldn't throw a regulation pass. Just had to somehow manage a massage, a flick pass out the back to Katoa. Warbrick plays the ball. They go left. Hughes, the grubber. Brilliant. How good's Jerome Hughes? How good is Jerome Hughes?
Well, that's the only angle we've seen, and that's a dead set no try. On that angle. 26-0. It's their night, the Storm. Now, Meany sprays that one. 26-0. 3.5 into this second half.
Well, that's perseverance from that man. Just did not give up on the play.
Is this going to help? Okay, well, that looks better, but still, that's a bad angle.
It's very tight, mate. It's very tight. Time your run.
Anyone?
You do. You know what? I'll just call the names. You deal with it.
There's got to be another shot that shows it with grass in between the ball and the line. There has to be.
Has to be.
No, that wasn't the one.
26-0, a double now for Sualavi Failonga. So he now has 5 tries in his last 80 minutes of football. 3 in 37 coming in and 2 in 43 tonight.
Get up there, Mark.
Someone reeled out of that tackle.
Yeah, that was Nichols. Gets up slowly, clutching at the side of his face there. Pappenhausen down the middle. That's why it's worrisome that Pappenhausen hasn't really had an explosion yet. It's already 26-0. Yeah. Game number 50 for Tyron Wishart. Grant. Slow play the ball. Everyone a little bit confused. Munster going backwards. Now he straightens. Avarillo holds his ground.
Well, normally Munster would, that fend is very effective, but Avarillo did a great job to hang onto the arm and pull him to ground.
W.I. Fido. Brings it back here.
Hold with us. Hold, Harry, hold.
22-0 at the break. I mean, it's unlikely that try's going to matter, really, the way this game is shaping up, but it's a fascinating decision. Billy Katoa staying on the ground. Farnworth, strong. It's on to Isaiah Katoa. Nichols seems to be okay. So 2 men for the Dolphins out. Oh, that's a forward pass, and it's called. That's a forward. O'Sullivan at the line.
Good pressure, good defensive pressure there. The Melbourne Storm out of the line very quickly. The impact almost jolts it forward out of his head, hit him that hard.
So not just 2 players gone, but 2 key players, particularly that man, Cody Nikorima.
Well, early doors, the combination between Katoa and Nikorima was looking very good for the Dolphins. The other player that won't take any punches is Bromwich. Lost a lot of experience in those 2.
Grant. Far long or a little closer to the action. Away from O'Sullivan. Not away from Keeley. Here's Grant. So 2 tackles used up here. Penalty. So Melbourne. With a couple of extra tackles here.
What was that penalty for?
Okay.
Let's wait here. Jerry Sutton.
Dolphins challenging the ruling of 2 men in the tackle and strip.
Okay.
Okay,
We didn't see a strip.
I didn't see the ball come out.
Oh, it does come out.
Yeah,
That looks like a knock-on, doesn't it?
I think the Dolphins might win this. Unless there's an arm.
Just looking at all available angles,
Randy,
there's
don't-
2 Dolphins players in the tackles. Just see if there's any strip for any player.
Don't give it to them yet. It's that sort of night. With Nichols there.
His hands.
And Keeley.
With 2 Dolphins players in their tackle, Mark Nichols strips the ball. The challenge by the Dolphins is unsuccessful.
Ball clearly coming out there, and Grant getting the decision and the challenge. So they go again, the Storm. Sean Bloor to the 30. Wishart. Donald there pouring through as Wishart takes the tackle. Pappenhausen on this right side, but Hughes goes the other way to Liero. Plenty of tackles here to get the Guns involved. Slow play the ball. Grant again out of dummy half, rolls in the kick. Jerome Hughes comes through. It's beautiful. It's a thing of beauty in the Melbourne Storm attack. When it's humming like this, it's just glorious. Hughes gets his first for the night.
How good are the 1, 6, 7 and 9 looking for the Melbourne Storm? And the combination, Harry Grant had a brilliant first half. Jerome Hughes set up the first try with the grubber kick. But Suafalonga got his fingertips too before it went dead. This time Harry Grant out of dummy half gets the kick spot on. Splits the defence, evades Ray Stone off the outside of his foot. Jerome Hughes pouring through, read it beautifully, gets past the hammer up to touchdown. And they are in the groove, the Storm spine.
Well, Hughes, he's normally laying them on. He gets a try here. His 6th for the year, 23 try assists. Make it 24. He's got one tonight, so the most in his career in a season with try assists, but gets the 4-pointer this time in the lead. Blows out into the 30s. Now, you Melbourne fans watching on here, this is of interest to you because tickets for the NRL and NRLW Telstra Premiership Grand Finals are on sale now. Melbourne looking better and better by the week. It's an event you absolutely do not want to miss. Accor Stadium, Sunday, October 6. NRL.com/tickets. Melbourne here, closing in on a minor premiership. And they win that first final against team number 4. They'll have a prelim here as well at Amy Park. Things just working tip-top order for Melbourne right now, 32 to.
Well, just the the influence they've had over the team. And you always talk about the Melbourne Storm and the Big Four, and the Big Four haven't played much footy together this year. Cameron Munster, this is only his 5th game back. He played early in the season, but was inconvenienced by that hip injury or the adductor. Big Nelson playing his 200th. He's looking as good as he has all year, but the spine just starting to click.
Xavier Coates, the only player of major note not in this Melbourne team right now. Outside Tuliero, 32-0. Remember, 4-0 after 29 minutes. The Harry Grant try, a little sneak over from dummy half. He's signalled this. There he is, Xavier Coates. Been out for a while now. There's Katoa dragging his namesake along for the ride. Isaiah Katoa makes the tackle. Hughes, Melbourne continue to push forward.
Well, they just keep asking questions too. Just continually asking questions. Now Munster to finish the set with a kick.
Could be tricky, especially as it's allowed to bounce. Second bounce. Still going here. And they made the right decision there, Farnworth and Bostock, grabbing Meany immediately, change over.
Yeah, just kept their hands and feet away from the ball. Nice play. They need a lot to go their way. The Dolphins, as they work it out of their own end. Herbie Farnworth just over the 20.
So, Dolphins here, they're not out of the running if this result holds, but it gets so difficult. They've got the Broncos next week, Battle of Brisbane. Winner playing for survival, the loser absolutely will be gone, and then it'll rest on the Dragons.
Well, I guess that depends on what the Dragons do.
That's right.
You know, the Dragons, if they don't win, well, it just keeps the Dolphins in the game.
Yeah, well, Dolphins still have a better forward against the Dragons.
That's right.
Even with this blowout at the moment. Brisbane, Kevin Walters last night, very bullish. We will play finals. He's going to need a Cronulla jersey tomorrow. Be the end of the section. Oh, what's happened here? No dummy half. There's something you don't see every day.
Well, Hughes hurt himself in that play, and just he was worried about his hand there and didn't make his way to dummy half, and no one else did. So an easy one there for the Dolphins, who have had so little ball in the attacking zone.
Farnworth was the man who stayed down for the Dolphins, but he seems okay as he hovers around this left side. And they get their first try. Didn't really look like scoring for a long, long time, the Dolphins. Only 5 tackles in the opposition, 20. Comes across to O'Sullivan. Isaiah Katoa. Swept across here by Farnworth. Bostock, no chance. Frustration growing.
It's almost 100 tackles more that the Dolphins have had to do. And in terms of where the game's been played, it has been sitting over 70% for the Melbourne Storm for quite some time, for most of the first half. 13 extra sets they've completed. 13 extra sets completed. The Melbourne Storm. That is such a difference. It's as big a difference as we've had all year.
It is frightening if the tank is running on empty. We're going to see perhaps a lot more of this. Oh, that was a little bit of nastiness there from Kafusi, but legal on far longer. Wishart probing.
Legal nastiness.
Just the twist there was live action, Meany threatening. Two tackles left. Hughes, Grant, Munster, Bloor hitting the line. Azarko claims Howarth and the ball comes free. WI Fido has not had a sniff this afternoon.
Just a little slow, weren't they, on the... He just didn't arrive early enough. And Craig Bellamy obviously saying that same thing. Just not getting there. Jack Howarth, quick enough for the pass. Zarko doing a great job there to wrap him up.
It's frightening, Randy. 32-0. They've actually saved a few, the Dolphins. And Melbourne perhaps haven't quite had the precision they could.
Dan, it's 9 line breaks to 1.
Yeah.
9-1. You're right. Not 9 line breaks. Could easily be mid-40s.
Farnworth, tough, skillful. Tabuai-Fido, crafty. O'Sullivan down the middle. Early ball, Farnworth. And Farlongo holds on for the ride. Farnworth on tackle number 4, make it 5. Out it comes now to Platt. In fact, it is tackle 5 with Keeley gallivanting over the 10. And now we'll get to the last. Tabuai-Fido looking inside. Oh, that's a floater. Nichols. Isaiah Cartella brilliantly cut off Pappenhausen. Wonderful positional play. And that ends that for the Dolphins, for Alongor. 2 tries, 1 contentious.
Pappenhausen well positioned. Take that kick from Katoa. That was a good set from the Dolphins. They look dangerous.
Welch returned 5 weeks since we've seen him in first grade. Had a back injury. Been out for over a month. Josh King now. Hughes. A real adventure here. Happy to have Bostock bring it back. It's going to be fascinating how Craig Bellamy plays this over the next fortnight. That'll be a great interest in the Cowboys, who play Melbourne next week, and the Broncos round 27, whether it's all hands on deck next week and then the full resting as we've seen in the past in round 27. Whether it's staggered, it's a lovely problem to have.
I just can't see them resting players against the Broncos. I don't know. We'll wait and see, but he does have the luxury. You know, this win will put them 6 points clear of the next. Whether that be Penrith or the Roosters.
There is the run home, both away to Sullivan. High. Oh, here comes Zarko. Doesn't quite get the run right there. Farlongo. He hasn't got much height on him, but he's got plenty of leap. His 15th run, he's already matched his exploits of last week when he was excellent against the Panthers. Pappenhausen. Getting it on to Warbrick. Warbrick tough. Warbrick through. Plath again. He is some player, Max Plath. They're getting a hammering, but the man just doesn't know how to stop trying.
Warbrick did a marvellous job there to beat the 2 original defenders. Ray Stone, one of them, but Plath, you're right, a couple of times this afternoon into tonight has made some try-saving tackles, really, or tackles that could have easily led to tries.
Look at the smile of Felice Gorfusi. His old teammate Munster tried to put a shot on him. Hughes went for the intercept. Almost caught out as Kaptor runs into Meany and King. Short-side play, O'Sullivan. Purple jumpers out there. And how's that come out? Come out as a knock-on. Melbourne now will try and turn defence into attack. Munster. It's around Kafusi.
However it came out, there was only one man tackling him, Veli Katoa, so even if he's played a part in the loose ball, it was all good, and it went backwards towards the Melbourne Storm line, so play on.
23 minutes to go. Melbourne's biggest win is that result we talked about on Anzac night. That was a 34-point margin, so this might take top spot the way this is heading. Welsh. Hughes. Farnworth backpedaling. Goes to Warbrick. Good scramble. Good sliding work from the Dolphins outside man. 22-0 at the break. A couple of players you would expect to be on the score sheet. Eli Cartor and Ryan Pappenhausen, and they're not in a 32-0 score. Hughes happy to take the tackles.
Well, they are 1 and 2, aren't they? Try scorers. I think Warbrick's up there as well.
11 and 10. There's a lot of them there in a pile. Farlongo's getting up there too. Good catch from Tabuai-Fido. Tabuai-Fido, that'll count as his 9th run for 49 metres. That's how much he's been nullified this afternoon. Here's a spread. Oh, he's got some wheels on him, but so is that man Farlonger. Oh, there's a lovely move from Lazarko. He's in the battle, Lazarko, with Cal Holmes. Cal Holmes not playing in terms of point scoring, and obviously he hasn't scored. Lazarko, he's 5 behind. I don't think that's his greatest concern right now, but a little bonus for Holmes. Here's Cartola on the Tabuai feet. That was much room as he's had all night. Gets it on to Bostock. Now a heavy kick downfield. Pappenhausen wants to let this go. He wants to let it go, and he just gets it right. Penalty. Melbourne, what's happened here? We had a bake? No?
Ball in, ball in. Get a ball in. Get a ball in. Get a ball.
Yep, penalty. He's run to the 20-metre line and signalled the penalty.
So what's happened?
Just
An
don't go
in-goal
before the
penalty.
line. It's a penalty.
Well, it can't be for the tackle of Pappenhausen.
He's going for the ball.
Of course, yeah. So that's not it.
Felice! Felice! Hold.
Confusion here, not for the first time tonight. Bloor would have been a 20-metre tap and 7 tackle set anyway, so not particularly important. Offload. Grant. Wishart early ball for King. Driven back here. Well, Grant again running. And so smart.
Lemuelu wasn't onside. He made a play at Harry Grant, who realised that.
6 of one, half a dozen the other. Either he goes through or he gets the 6 tackles.
3-1 set restarts for the Melbourne Storm.
Back it comes for Hughes. Out for Pappenhausen. The near Dolphins off there. Really Katoa. They're backing back. Katoa just helps himself to a try. Oh, the defence retreats, and of course, Eli Katoa scores his 11th for the year. Melbourne go further in front.
Well, a little bit of space just opened up down that right side. I thought Eli Katoa was playing the part of distributor, looking for Will Warbrick down that touchline, but just took the metres on offer, out the back. Farnworth gets to him inside the 10, outside the 10, and he drags him 10. He piggybacked him 10 metres there. Jack Boxstock just slid out onto his winger, which left it to Herbie Farnworth to make the tackle. Just threw the dummy, brushed past Bostock, and was able to monster his way into the in-goal area. And Herbie Farnworth is not a little man, but he's just had no impact at all on Eli Katoa there. There he is, 11 tries to Pappenhausen. Warbrick on the outside of Katoa, 10 tries. Missed a game a couple of weeks ago, but was back for the Penrith one, and he has become a very important piece in this Melbourne Storm cog.
Now, I have information that you're dying to know why that was a penalty at the other end. We now have it confirmed. Well, there's a replay coming. There's a replay coming. Here's Meany now. Much better on the right side than the left. It really matters little tonight. It was packed. Amy Park faithful. No good. 36-0. And it's after the events. He grabs the ball. And that's it. Throwing it away. That's the penalty.
Okay, well, you can't throw the ball away.
No, that's correct.
And let's have a look at the try again from Eli Katoa. So when he blows the penalty, Dan, brings it back to the centre, it was going to be a 7-tackle set.
That's right.
No? Does it still stay a 7-tackle set even though the penalty's blown? It does.
No.
No.
I don't think so. Can we check that? I've been concentrating on this young man here, so sorry. Look at that. Look at that. How good's that? Just working with Nick Meany. Good images. 18 minutes to go.
There he is, Katoa, the try scorer.
36-0.
Does some hard yards as well, Katoa.
Yes. His 4th run. Outside, inside, well read. Ray Stone cuts off Pappenhausen. That was the big play. And then Pappenhausen plays it straight into Stone.
Everybody up. Shot clock on.
That's a mistake. It's a Pappenhausen error.
Where do you want it, Sean? Scrum in the middle. Sorry, Sean's already
Well,
told
just
us middle.
backtracking the
Through
Dolphins'
middle here,
defence
boys, on the
again.
shot clock. Scrum.
Well read from Plath and Ray Stone. Great effort from Stone from the inside to cover that inside ball.
Heads in the back. Don't go early here. 10 seconds. Head in there, Felice Connolly.
So,
in Ryan.
Keep an eye on
Belly
Harry
down.
Grant. There's some
Shot clock
concerns
off.
here with his groin.
Right.
So Jake will be all, he's had a busy night. Jake, he'll be all over that one as well. It's just he was looking back at the bench there and pointing to his groin.
Hold. Hold.
Changes here for the Dolphins with Kenny Bromwich coming. Yeah.
Yeah, a little. Some problems with the groin for Harry Grant. Couldn't be too bad because if they were, he'd be off the field. They wouldn't risk him at all.
Well, you might just wonder if he's long for this game, but he's still out there hobbling back. South Newcastle coming up next. And here he is, Nelson. He can really celebrate game number 200. Dolphins have never been kept scoreless in a game. That was a tackle upstairs on Lemuelu. Across the face of goal, up goes Willow. That's play on, still the last. Police Kofusi, Oren Keeley's kick. Pappenhausen covers it, and this time he has to boot it away. And
Everybody up.
he was a little worried there as he booted it into the crowd. Pappenhausen thought he might have done some damage as Asima Solomona gets a rousing reception.
And Harry Grant is the man he replaces, guys. He's just coming from the field here at the moment. Still a little bit ginger on that leg, but you'd imagine they're just taking no risk with him considering the games they've got coming up, but we will check on Harry Grant.
Well, we mightn't see him until week 1 for the finals. We'll wait and see. Farlongo goes up. Oh, Asima Solomona, that's an imposing sight. Couldn't get it though. Tabuai Fido. Melbourne there with hands raised. They're just letting this play out here. And Wishart made the tackle on Kerr. And now penalty.
You're in the ruck.
Well,
You're in the ruck.
that's a ball plant, and
You're in the ruck.
you put the ball on the ground. It's anything can happen really.
What are you
But
challenging?
So,
No,
has the...
we've got the tackle complete, Ryan, so you can't challenge it.
Yeah, that was
Right.
about to
Okay.
say.
Tackle's complete and it's post-tackle. It's in the play, the ball that breaks down. Penalty here, boys.
ruck interference, and it was
Time on.
Josh Kerr who took the risk of planting the ball, and we've seen
Yep, go.
that go haywire for the attackers this year.
Help! Release now!
Rare field position here for the Dolphins. Kenny Bromwich with the head fake, and Welsh going up there to make the tackle. Platt. Katoa. Lemuelu. Platt. Taken here. Melbourne, they have kept the team scoreless this year. Penrith back in round 1, 8-0 that day, or that night. And has laid the platform for this minor premiership. And they're holding on in this set as well. What have the Dolphins got on the last? It's going to be O'Sullivan hurrying a kick. And Falungo drops it, and it's a try.
Coming into one.
They get on the board. Suolavi Falungo went for the catch, flying high in the air as he's done all night, but he drops it, and the Dolphins are on the board.
And they finally get there. Here's the penalty, and it's the... He did plant the ball, and that could have gone either way with how they've adjudicated those situations this year. Falongo come flying in off the wing there,
Yeah,
had a
no,
great play
you
at the
can
ball, would have been
challenge- you can challenge
spectacular.
at the ruck.
flat crossfield kick there from O'Sullivan. Just missed it. Just didn't get his hands around it. Averillo gets the bounce, and they're on the scoreboard. Did you say they haven't been nil this year?
Ever in two years. And that will continue to be the case. We've had a few things go against them, so then snap up and try there through Jake Averillo. His ninth for the year. O'Sullivan wouldn't have been expecting to get so much game time. Laying it on. Cody Nikorima, of course, out with a concussion.
And that's when it all started to go sideways for the Dolphins, losing this Harry Grant. Well, there's no ice on that.
No, it's not that bad, does it?
That adductor, the groin, where he was signalling to the bench.
You get the sense, I mean, we're in the commentary box, but if it was
Munster's off.
If it was 8-6, maybe he stays on, but there's no need to take any risks. South v Newcastle coming up from McCaw Stadium. Knights, there's still mathematically a chance.
Time your run, guys. Don't go early here.
Yeah, that's a relaxed bench.
That's a happy bench, isn't it? That is a happy bench.
Not a care in the world for Munster.
Storm also confirmed nothing wrong with Harry Grant, just precautionary with that.
Very good. Maybe he just wanted to come off Brandy and just pointed to the groin to send a bit of fear through Craig Bellamy, and he gets his early mark.
Well, he certainly deserves it, what he's done tonight.
Does he? What?
A couple of line breaks, a couple of try assists, 8 tackle busts for Harry, 7 runs, scored a try as well.
Well, let's go for a second. The sin bin was quite telling. Melbourne had really put themselves well on top, but that made it just about impossible once he was sent to the bin. 12 minutes to go. Dolphins not out of the running despite this loss. Lemuelu, Farnworth, outside of the boot. WI Fido was interested. Oh, that's a bullet throw by Pappenhausen, and now Fa'alongo. There's the double step. Now he straightens. It's beautiful to watch.
Goose steps in his sleep, Fa'alongo, doesn't
It's like goose steps on goose steps. Over half line, typical Nelson line. Oh, geez, careful. Kirk gets up. Welsh. Hughes. Katoa again, the defence retreats.
The right side's been brilliant, haven't they? Katoa, Warbrick, but all orchestrated by that man, Jerome Hughes, back down the short side again.
It's torturing this left of the Dolphins, but this time it's a good tackle from Farnworth on Eli Katoa.
75-metre set.
Fontes coming. Oh, Nelson wants a piece of it. Oh, big windy woof of a swing. Oh, 6 more tackles. Melbourne now with Pappenhausen. He wanted to do it on his own, and he's dragged down by O'Sullivan. 0 tackle there. That could have been a sin bin. Maybe a bit of pity being taken by Jerry Sullivan. In fact, it's inside the 10, not for the ruck infringement. Another set restart.
Dummy from Christian Welsh. And footwork.
Keeley hanging on though. Crash play. Nelson, yes! Nelson does it! Scores in game 200! And then makes sure of it. Then the big spike. It's Nelson's night in Melbourne. And a big celebration for Nelson Asima Solomona.
Well, after he left the field with the cork, I was wondering whether he'd get back on. There's no risk. And in game 200 comes up with a big play, close to the line, inside ball. Could have quite easily left him off the field with the situation they find themselves in. An easy win here. Wishart and Big Nelson just storming over a couple of defenders. Oren Keeley, one of them. The Hamaso has had a nightmare on his own line. They just keep finding him, the Melbourne Storm. Ooh, they'll be looking. Loose carry there at a stage. Debris Gavin. Craig Bellamy's certainly happy with Nelson. And try confirm. No problem about the grounding and the control of it. And they hit the 40. Hit the 40 mark, Melbourne Storm. Big moment there. Milestone game for Nelson.
32nd career try. And remember, we said it earlier, questions, would he be here? Would he even bring up 200? Curious Instagram post, basically, well, some believe signalling that his time here was about to come to an end. Well, he's still here, and he's a big part of the Melbourne Storm's 2024 run. 2 tries in 3 games for Nelson as well. The kick is good, 42-6. Jake Jude.
What a moment for Nelson Asafa Solomona here in game 200. He became a life member of the club this week as well, and the crowd absolutely loved that. He won his 50th game, he's won his 100th, he won his 150th, and it looks like he's going to go on to win his 200th match. He gave it the big Rob Gronkowski spike at the end there as well. And as you mentioned, Dan, plenty of speculation about his future at the club over the past couple of weeks, but he said he had to sit down with management, sort it out, know where his place is at, and he's more than happy to be here for the next couple of seasons. His quote was, "I'm just getting started here at the club." He just had to get his mentality and his body right and get his form going this season.
Something, he's only 28. There's years left. Oh, look out. Warbrick's almost away. Is away. He got away from the hammer. The Tabuai Fide comes back. This could get really ugly for the Dolphins. 42-6 already. Oh, Nelson, give it to me.
He picks out Oren Keeley again, just pushes him backwards.
Out it goes. It's Meany. Looks like he's taken the Munster role. Pretty familiar with the 5'8" position, Nick Meany, particularly at the other clubs he's played at, as now comes across with Pappenhausen. Now it comes to Warbrick. Bostock holding on, and Bostock does well. Warbrick thought he was going to get there. Crash play. Lily Kantoa. Cool to be offside as it comes to Hughes, out to Nelson, who keeps it alive. Bouncing back for King. He's done this before, you know, Josh King this year. And it's almost a try assist. Oh, was Zarko.
Just snatched it out of their grasp, because they were coming, the Melbourne Storm players, and the kicker, Josh King, chasing his own work there.
So that might be a problem for Blore particularly.
Time off.
King
walked
away, but Blore might be asked to leave the arena.
Well, they hung on just, didn't they, the Dolphins again, after Warbrick's take and run from the kick-off.
By the way,
they're on the back foot.
You brought up the line breaks. There's the live ladder.
Line breaks are 14.
14.
Is that a record?
It's got to be close this year. Yes, 13 was the record. Cronulla against West's Tigers when they won 58-6 in round 19.
So it does show that the Dolphins have made, even though they're on the end of a hiding.
This could be 7.
Scrambling, their scramble defence. They've been able to save some tries. 14 line breaks to the Melbourne Storm.
So Broncos actually go up a spot because of the for and against advantage they now have over the Dolphins. So Sean Blore, his night comes to an end. Just want to hope he's not category 1. That would wipe him out of the next one. Oh! Up there, Eli Kantoa. The arrow turning it in. Keeley took a tumble there, but he held his ground and watched on as the trio brought King down. Who wants it? Hughes. We haven't seen Pappenhausen score yet. Meany turning it in. Howarth another run. How many is that now? 17. Hughes back inside for King. Finlow making the tackle. Mason Teague, the 18th man. Quick ball, Hughes. Pappenhausen Hole. Running wide, Nelson Asper, Solomona. What did those players out there do to deserve that? Good work again from Katoa. And 6 more tackles. Playing the ball. Can't seem to bounce of the ball hasn't gone their way, even though the lead is thoroughly deserved. Here's a run from Welsh.
Get up here, Fullies! Hold! Go to!
Wishart, extravagant dummy. Grant did it.
There is space everywhere. They just can't find it, the Melbourne Storm, at the moment.
Wishart couldn't repeat what Grant did. And Pappenhausen. Topping a nice wedgie too from Lemuelu. That'll raise his voice octave 1 or 2.
Oh, that's brilliant.
A lovely pass comes to Josh King and he scores a try. His third for the season. A peach of a pass from Jerome Hughes, and 50 now very much on the horizon.
He caught the ball on the back foot then, Jerome Hughes, but just accelerated towards the defence and just forced them to make a decision on him. Just accelerates there. Kafusi left Kafusi just bamboozled Felice Kafusi. Brilliant play, Jerome Hughes. Simple but brilliant. Simple but brilliant. Josh King scores the try. Hard to know who's been the best for the Melbourne Storm. They've had some great contributors, but I think Hughes has just jumped past Harry Grant. Harry Grant was great, but Hughes has been outstanding in the second half.
Well, they may be important points when it comes to the Dally M. However many he picks up tonight, he would seemingly be in pole position, but that won't be revealed until just before the grand final. Josh King, another success story. Comes from the Newcastle Knights, of course, many years there. Third year here. He's just gone from strength to strength. So many tries we had. We had 9 tries. So if Meany's boot was on point, they would be into the 50s already.
Keep ticking off the line breaks, don't they? Another one.
Yeah.
It's 14. 50. Sorry, 15.
15 to 2. Meany, 48 points to 6. So
hard to imagine that at 20-minute mark, quarter of the way through the game, it was 0-all. It was 0-all.
And they've seen a show tonight. South Sydney, Newcastle, the next game. Caleb Ponga and co playing for their season. Come on, Craig, smile. It's 48 to 6. And just every statistical category you put up, it's a total domination. And Zarko gets things going. The defence has been torn apart, and that has been the case the last few weeks for the Dolphins. It was pretty solid first part of the season, but it's another big score they've conceded here.
One from 6, one from their last 6.
150 points in 4 games. That's not going to get it done. They were 7-3 after Magic Round. Similar really to last year. Great start, then the fade out. Hughes down the middle is away. Hughes escapes the clutches of 2 players. Now the kick. Warbrick, he can't get in front of Bostock. Bostock clears it away. They just won't let up Melbourne.
No, Jerome Hughes again opening up the Dolphins' defence, just with a bit of speed and a bit of footwork, remonstrating with himself. He realises the pass was on. Look at that, the footwork. Oh, to beat Isaiah Katoa too. No slouch. It wasn't a forward that he beat, and then the kick was a great kick, but Bostock always in front of Will Warbrick there.
Hughes.
And he slacked his hands knowing that he should have looked for the pass instead of the kick.
3 line breaks now for Jerome Hughes, 2 for Warbrick, Howard, Falongo, Grant. And a few singles as well. Trying to crack the half century for the second time this year. Dolphins have conceded 50 at Brookvale last season. Comes across to Hughes. Pappenhausen, early ball cut toward, dribbles the grubber. Pappenhausen looking to pinch it there, but Bostock with real strength. Bostock. Looks like Pappenhausen, unless he provides something in the last 2 minutes, as that ball comes out, that might have been stripped. Well, it's coming away to the Dolphins anyway. Pappenhausen 5 line break assists, so he's been a big contributor.
Yeah.
Just hasn't got a try.
Yeah, 5 line break assists and 3 try assists. So he's had his. He's been all over it for the Melbourne Storm. outstanding. Jack Howarth been terrific for them.
Oh, there's a strong tackle, but Farnworth was strong enough to get through it there, and Scribbling. Coming with McDonald and the flick pass. Oh, Sullivan, not the first Dolphin to slip over tonight. So it's a real night of celebration here, not just for Nelson Asafa-Solomona, but the unexpected surprise that they will be officially minor premiers. They will play Team 4 in week 1 of the finals. That's still to be determined, obviously. The luxury now of resting who they want over the next fortnight. There's Howarth. Off to South and Newcastle shortly. We'll have all the aftermath of this game after the Bunnies and the Knights. It's been a thorough thumping here. Couple of plays left for Melbourne. Nili Katoa, equal top try scorer. No Storm forward has ever been top try scorer for the club. Well, he's equal now on 11 with Pappenhausen. The kick into touch, and that'll be all she wrote. And the Melbourne Storm can start celebrating. Golf clap from Cam Munster for the 6th time in 14 years. The mighty Melbourne Storm are minor premiers on a night where that man Nelson Asafa-Solomona is being celebrated. 2024, 2021, 2019, 2017, 2016, 2011, top of the table. The consistency is just remarkable, and this year they've done it with a fortnight to spare. Congratulations to the Melbourne Storm. A big win tonight over the Dolphins, who are still alive. Saturday, 5:30, a battle for survival, Dolphins and Broncos. But it's Melbourne's night, final score 48-6.